a Twilight Zone PowerDriver board and FlipTronics 2 board. And you saw the problem description. So what I have done is bulletproof this as much as I possibly can for a game like Twilight Zone, which means replacing capacitor C5, C4, which is in the 5-volt circuit, C2, which leaks sometimes, all the power headers, like this one up here, power output, very important, general illumination in, general illumination out, and the 2 transformer secondary power inputs, plus this ground 4-pin header. The resistor at R260 was burnt up. I see that fairly frequently. That's a 10K half-watt resistor, so I replaced that. And also added this blocking diode at the base of R224, which prevents C11 from getting destroyed if connected incorrectly. Also, fuse F116 was blown. I cannot speculate why, because usually that is caused by this bridge BR5 being shorted, but BR5 is not shorted, and this PowerDriver board is working perfectly. You can see the output is 4.92 on the 5 volts, 14.98 now at the unregulated 12, and 11.8 at the regulated 12. And then on the FlipTronics 2 board, I've got a label on that one already. So this is the one I rolled an image in of the problem where there was a trace that was super close at U5. So I essentially cut that trace out on the front side of the board and then added a jumper to the back side of the board. There was a fuse blown at F901. I replaced C2, the big cap, which is really not necessary on this board unless you have a Bram Stoker's Dracula. And I also replaced Q7, which was the hold tip 102 for the upper right flipper. And I did that just because my kind of janky flipper coil test mechanism wasn't holding on very well, and you'll see that in just a moment. So let's go back to testing all the functions of the PowerDriver board and solenoid test. This has got my MPU has got the WPC FlipTronics test ROM in it, so I can test the FlipTronics 2 board. And it also tests all the functions of the driver board also. I missed that solenoid 3 the first time around. I wanted to see it again. General illumination. I'm proud of my handiwork building that little rig. Lamps and flashers at the same time. And there's all the flashers and all the lamps operating just like they should. Now here comes the fun part, the flipper test. And my flippers are arrayed so that this is the upper left, or sorry, lower left, upper right, lower right. Do the hold circuit. Sometimes it can overpower the spring mechanism, sometimes it can't. This one's good here. And here's a hold where it can't overcome the spring or just the resistance. But it is in fact working. We gotta tighten this flipper up in here, because it gets slammed over there. Gotta get a 3/8 inch wrench down here to tighten that up. So I don't know what else to say about this FlipTronics board. You're gonna have to put it in the game and give it a go yourself and see if, as you recall, the lower right flipper losing power. After what I've done to it, that may have solved that issue. It may not have. We just need to test it more in a game. And the driver board, of course, is good to go. So out for a little wash up outside in the hot St. Louis sun, and I thank you so much for sending them.